As you guys might have seen in my last stream, I cleaned up this Tiffany & Co. Piece. I was really confused because I thought to myself, hey, wait a second. Well, first of all, I'm 99.999, actually, let's just say I'm 100% certain this is a fake. And when I was cleaning it, you guys saw me use the baking soda, the water, the baking soda plus the boiling water plus the aluminum pan. I was a little confused because it had shown clear signs of tarnishing, but it was also cleaning up well. So I thought, well, is it possible that they did use real silver? It's just that it's a fake Tiffany & Co. Backstory of this is that I bought this from a garage sale about 2006-ish or so. I bought it for about $5. I asked the person who was selling it, is this real or not? And they said, oh, they didn't know. And my gut feeling was that this was a fake. However, the reason why I bought it is you guys know that I didn't have a smartphone back then, so I couldn't quickly Google it. And because I didn't know how to identify Tiffany & Co., there was no way that I could look it up on my phone. I just picked it up for $5. So I had this thing in storage, and it wasn't in a wet area. However, it was showing sign of tarnishing, and I cleaned it. Now, I would not recommend to you guys, if you guys do have a piece of silver jewelry, to scrub it with baking soda, because I did it, and you can kind of see that there is some marks on here. This is what baking soda can do, and it's kind of like a hit or miss, because some people say that baking soda can take out scuff marks, other people say that it can't. So you guys saw me kind of like scrubbing it with a toothbrush. I would not recommend doing that in the future. When you guys saw me do the previous video, the water wasn't hot enough, and as a result of that, the baking soda didn't completely dissolve. I think I would have been better off having the water completely dissolve, letting it soak in there, and just getting a regular soft bristle toothbrush and kind of gently scrubbing it off. That would be my thinking about that. So yeah, don't do the baking soda and scrub things off, because you can see all these little scratches. So learning experience, this is not a real one, and even if it was, I would have just said, hey, I learned something from it. Okay, so how can you tell this how can you tell if this is like real 925 silver or not? Or how can you tell if it's plated? Now, I found out that this is what's called Chinese sterling. Chinese sterling is some kind of base metal, and then on top of it, they coat it with silver. So even though it has a lot of heft to it, it could be brass, it could be copper underneath. And I was looking online, and people were saying, oh, the way you can tell, there's a few ways you can tell. One of them is if you have a polishing cloth, if you rub it on there, if it's black, then that'll indicate that it's silver. I don't know if that indicates that if it's genuine silver throughout or if it's just on the surface. The other way you can tell, which is what I just did, is that you do the smell test. So you smell this, and this smells like a quarter. If you guys have ever smelled coins, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it smells like some sort of like quarter, nickel, something like that. It has a scent. Now, a genuine 925 silver, which is this one over here, it doesn't smell. It's just like, yeah. So you can see the difference, right? In the shine as well. Mind you, this one's all scuffed up, but still, even though you can kind of tell, like, there's a different color to it. I can't put my finger on it. It does look a little different. So at least I feel like, or maybe it's just because it's so whatchamacallit over here, so scuffed up. But yeah, so I hope that these little tips help you. As I mentioned before, please do not use scrub baking soda onto your silver, because yeah, you can cause all these little scratches. And I hope if you guys decide to buy any silver piece, or even if it says 0.925 silver, please smell it. Please see if you have any scent coming from it, because genuine silver will not have a scent. And yeah, I'm really thankful that I learned this kind of lesson. And even though I kind of wasted $5, I had a great learning experience, and I hope you guys learned something too from this. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get going. See ya. Oh, and yeah, so this thing over here, really quick. The genuine one doesn't have this little loop over here. And then also, if this was a genuine, it would have instantly said over here, like something like 2004 Tiffany & Co. And you can see that it's clearly blank. And because it's blank, and because we got this unnecessary thing over here, this loop, that's how you know it's fake. Google will be your friend if you decide to buy anything secondhand, or if you see something at a really good price, please do your research. Please authenticate, because things like Tiffany and Co., LV, Chanel, they have a lot of fakes out there. And yeah, some of these fakes are not so great. I'm kind of genuinely shocked that whoever replicated this, like, why did they put this little circle over here? Why didn't they make it look like the authentic one? Because the authentic one isn't hard to do. If you can stamp Tiffany and Co. on the front, you can definitely stamp Tiffany Co. on the back. But what can I say? It is a counterfeit. See ya.